Dad. Do I need Part D prescription drug coverage?
Now, it's true. It's true. Medicare Part D prescription drug coverage is optional, right? It is voluntary. It's not required. But in most cases, in a lot of cases, it makes sense to go ahead and enroll in that plan, even if you don't need it right now. Because you have that initial enrollment period, that 7-month period, that window in which you can enroll in Medicare Part D and not have to pay a penalty. If you miss that initial enrollment period, or you don't have a special enrollment period down the road, and you later go to try to sign up or try to enroll in Medicare Part D, then you're going to have to pay a penalty. And you're going to have to pay a penalty forever. Forever you're going to have to pay. You're going to have to pay for that delay, that gap in coverage, if you're not eligible for a special enrollment period. And although Medicare Part D does not have, you don't have to answer health questions, right? There's no health exam to take. But there is an annual enrollment period. So if you forego that Medicare Part D coverage, and let's say something happens in February or March, and now you're sick and you need expensive medication. Well, you can't just hop on to Part D then. Right, you won't be disqualified because of any pre-existing condition, but you have the specific window. You have that annual enrollment period that goes from October to December. So if it's February or March, you gotta wait to enroll in a Part D until that annual election period between October and December, and then that coverage won't even start till January. So think about how much that could cost. We're talking that could be thousands or tens of thousands of dollars that you have to cover because you delayed enrolling in Part D and you were getting your medications pretty cheaply from like a Good RX or a place like that. But you never know what the future is going to bring, or when you might get sick, or when you might need that expensive medication. So it could make sense, if just so that you have it, to enroll in a Part D prescription drug plan. That's one of the inexpensive ones, $7 to $10 a month or so that you have that coverage. Then you won't have to worry about those penalties for delay in the future. And in a case of like a catastrophic health condition, you'll have some coverage. Now, this is mainly for the original Medicare folks and not the Medicare Advantage folks, because around 90% of Medicare Advantage plans already have prescription drug coverage, but you actually have to make the decision if you're choosing Medicare or original Medicare, whether to go with Part D or not. I think it makes a lot of sense, even if you're not that sick now, if your medications aren't that expensive now, to at least go ahead and enroll in a Part D prescription drug plan so that you have that coverage in place, just as a risk management tool, because we know one of the biggest expenses in retirement are health expenses, right? And medical. So protect yourself in that way, because drugs get expensive. You want to make sure that you're protected so that you can preserve your wealth, and ultimately, if you want to, pass down that wealth to future generations.
I got it. That makes sense, Dad.